What's going on out there, everybody? My name is Frankie.
I'm Misha.
And this is
Stick a fork in it. So today we are going to review a HelloFresh meal. We've been using HelloFresh as a family for the last couple of months, just testing it out. I was trying to come up with what we was going to eat, so I'm letting them do it.
It was fine every time. I don't know why she decided, but it's okay. HelloFresh is good.
You know, I got tired of the same routine spaghetti every week or whatever. Wanted to do something different. So we decided we would try this for a couple of months. So today is going to be chicken, bacon, and mozzarella ravioli. Now, they say 5-minute prep time and 15 minutes to cook. So we're going to see how quickly this happens and how it tastes. So the only thing that we're required to have, everything else comes in the HelloFresh packaging. They've given us the raviolis, and they are stuffed with the chicken and bacon, and then all the ingredients come in this nice recyclable bag. So we have Parmesan cheese, some cream cheese, the kale. What is this? Oh, this is the flour to make the sauce. I was like, what in the world? Some garlic powder,
Chili
flakes, and a little bit more garlic powder. And because, how HelloFresh works, we get the family size. So that's why everything is doubled. When it's just two, if you order just for two people, you would just get like one of these. So that's why you see that I have two of everything. And so the only thing we're required to have is the pots, the pans, salt, black pepper, olive oil if you choose. I'm not using olive oil. I'm using avocado oil and butter. So we're going to start. So it gives you all of the instructions, which is really hilarious. Thank you, Frankie. You knew exactly what I was thinking. So they say that this is all pre-washed, but they also put in the instructions that you should wash and pat dry all of your vegetables. This one, there's not a whole lot of cutting. Usually we have chopping to do.
And that's usually the longest part, other than the cook time. Usually you're chopping up carrots, zucchini, squash, stuff like that. So, this one right here is kind of like a lightning speed recipe right here.
And they have different variations. So you can get light fare, or you can get family friendly, carb control, lightning prep. They even have gourmet meals. What the instructions say is to pick out the larger pieces of the kale stem, and you don't want to eat that. They're harder to cook, so that's what I'm doing. I've rinsed them, and I'm just kind of using the utensils that the Lord gave me, which are my hands, and just feeling to find the larger pieces of the kale. In the meanwhile, Frankie's going to go to step 2. We've already gotten everything on the stove ready to go. I'm just making sure.
What I'm going to do is heat the pot to medium to high heat, and then add a little oil, olive oil, avocado oil, whichever one you like to use.
Yeah, I think I've gotten most of those large stem pieces out. And the awesome thing about this particular one, they've already cut the kale for you, so you don't even have to do that. You just have to find those stem pieces that you don't want to eat. And so you're gonna once the oil is heated, we're gonna drop the kale in the pan and season it with some salt and pepper. and the salt and pepper is totally left up to you. We use sea salt or either Himalayan sea salt are the two that I use, except for when I'm baking. Then I just use regular iodized salt. And we've already started the pasta water, but we don't want to put the raviolis in too quick. So I'm just going to turn the eye down just a little bit. So what I just did was salted my water for the pasta. When cooking pasta, this is the best time to salt the water because you don't want to cook the pasta and try to season it afterwards because it doesn't turn out that great. So it's always best to salt the water first. I bring my water to a boil, then I put my salt in just so the salt doesn't um, scrape the bottom of my stainless steel pans. So, um, so that's heating up. It's only gonna take just a few minutes to saute the kale. So I'm gonna pat this dry. I'm gonna follow their instructions and take a couple of paper towels and just pat this dry. Just to get out the excess water. And this particular meal is a lightning prep, but it's also a carb control, or carb smart is what they call it, meal. So you're getting the appropriate amount of carbohydrates, according to HelloFresh. So we're just waiting right now for the kale to start to cook, and then once the kale sautés a little bit, then we'll start the sauce, and then drop the ravioli in, and then serve. We'll see how this turns out. So, Frankie, what do you think of the HelloFresh meals that we've been working on, that we've been doing?
I definitely like them. It's definitely opened my eyes to some, new recipes, some new things to add to some things that we already, have around the house. But it's definitely made me think that, cooking isn't too excessive or too much to handle on my own.
I've just enjoyed not having to figure out what it is that we're going to cook and when. That's been the pleasure for me. Just having the meals already picked out and scheduled. And it's also been nice coming home and you've already started dinner.
Yeah.
That's the definite benefit for me. So once this started cooking down, I ended up finding a few other pieces of the stem of the kale. So they said this only takes 7 minutes. The kale is very much like spinach in that it cooks down. You think you have a lot, but it cooks down pretty well. So I'm just going to set this over to the side, and we're going to work on the next step. So Frankie,
Yep.
what the next step is to take this thing. Excuse me. We're kind of running over each other. I need to.
Need the butter. Tablespoon of butter.
And if we're cooking 4, is it still a tablespoon? If we're cooking
It doesn't change it.
Okay.
It doesn't have those parentheses, so I'm thinking it's just a base of a tablespoon, flour, and garlic. So. And we're gonna stir that and cook that for about a minute. So, yeah, that's definitely not a lot of kale.
Nope, you know, it's just like spinach. Now, this is what the kale cooked down to. So it ain't very much, I know. You just gonna kind of, and they say this is enough for 4 people. Okay, I don't know about that, but we're about to find out. I don't know, we were laughing because some of these meals, I don't know who's portioning them out, but you know, there's a few times that we wish that there was just a little extra. Or maybe our portions have just been too big in the previous.
Nope.
So, what are you doing now? Or do you have the flour and the garlic powder?
Yeah, I got everything over here.
Okay. And then I have the whisk and the sour cream. And the other thing that I've really enjoyed spending this time with Frankie and us cooking together is that if I cook, he cleans the kitchen. If he cooks, I clean the kitchen. So it's nice having a partner to spend this time with and enjoy.
Did it say add water with that? Or is it just cooking it?
So you're just gonna cook this until it's fragrant, just a little bit. It's getting there. So you
got good around here.
Yeah, so you want to mix your flour and butter in together really good. Yeah, so now we're just, per the recipe, incorporating the cream cheese into the cooked flour butter mixture. And we're gonna get our water turned back up to a rolling boil. We're gonna drop the temperature of the sauce that Frankie's making. We're gonna drop it down to medium. And then once you have it all mixed in, we're gonna let that cook for about 3 minutes, and then we're gonna add the Parmesan cheese and a few chili flakes, if you so desire. Use the Parmesan cheese. I will cut those packages open for you. So it's almost like a little Alfredo, Frankie. Similar to my Alfredo.
You taught me to make Alfredo, but
no, I mean we don't use that particular way, but that's what it's looking like. It's a Alfredo type sauce. I'm just wondering is once you add we're gonna turn this all the way down. I'm wondering, I think it needs a little splash more water.
yeah.
Okay. So once this water comes to a rolling boil again, we're just supposed to drop these raviolis gently drop them into the water and let them cook for about 3 minutes, they say. So after you add the Parmesan cheese, then what do? Then you add the kale back in, or you add the pasta after?
Well, for that, you gotta add the butter and chili flakes. But then, yeah, after that, you make the ravioli, and then it looks like you dump the kale at the very end.
At the very end. Okay.
Yeah.
expect that you put the kale in before you put the ravioli in, so the kale will coat it, but we don't add. I'm gonna make an executive decision and add the kale first. So now it says, now that the cream cheese has come together, you have to add how many? 4 tablespoons?
No, just one more tablespoon.
One more tablespoon.
With some chili flakes, a little kick, a little extra flavor.
So, and I'm gonna make sure that I put these right on, just like they said, no more than 4 minutes for these. And you can see, ooh, that's a lot of chili flakes.
I'm cool with it.
You down with it?
I'm cool with it.
All right, cool.
A little kick in there.
A little kick. Okay, we're gonna. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. And you said the sauce is really thick.
It's pretty thick. It's thickening up. I like it.
Okay. Oh, I tried to start the timer, but apparently I didn't hit start.
How long was that?
3 minutes.
Gotcha. Make sure this sauce don't.
So our ravioli has about a minute and a half left. It says to drain the ravioli and reserve a half a cup of water. In case you need it to loosen up your sauce for the pasta water. We're gonna add the kale into the sauce. And stir that in. And the raviolis, you just don't want to overcook them. Because you don't want them to explode on you. So, Frankie's got this looking really good and well incorporated, and we're probably going to have to add some of the pasta water to it because it does look pretty thick, like it won't fully coat the ravioli, but we'll see. Okay, there's our timer for our pasta. I have a measuring cup underneath to accept some of this. So, okay. Just gonna shut this off a little bit. Allow that to drain. I've reserved probably a little bit more than I needed, but I just wanted to make sure I had enough. Are you ready, Frankie? I'm gonna give you a little pasta water in there. And actually, you can pull this off and we can bring it over. And alrighty. So Frankie's gonna mix that in really well, the little drizzle of pasta water. And then we're gonna alrighty. So he's just gonna coat. We got one.
Just doesn't want to cooperate.
There you go. I mean, it looks pretty good.
It does.
Smells really good.
It definitely does.
So, the ravioli is supposed to be stuffed with bacon and chicken. So, so it's bacon, chicken, and kale. I still don't know about this being for a family of 4. I struggle with that, but maybe we be eating too much.
I doubt it. I really do.
Maybe we don't know what portion sizes are appropriate.
I'm not hearing that.
So it's all gooey, yummy. I think it's all. We're just gonna plate a couple just to try, see how this is. One for you.
Thank you.
Hold on. And then I'm going to plate one for me and see. Now, Frank is not a big kale person, so I'll be very interested to see how he likes this.
Should be interesting.
But toast to us. Now let's stick a fork in it. I like kale, so
It's good. I like the spice.
it definitely has a kick to it. I like it. It took us a little bit longer than 15 minutes, but for a quick meal after work, this would be great. Thoughts? I guess he already ate 2, so I guess he likes it pretty good. I taste the chicken and the bacon.
Mm-hmm. It's flavorful. My thoughts are keep it up, Helen Fresh.
Yeah, we like this one. So see you guys next time on Stick a Fork in It.